So today's the day we go off to the UK. We have some things to do and places to visit. We have to go to Belgium, on to France, and then take the ferry from Calais to Dover. Well, we've hit France, so we're getting closer. It's about half an hour to go. We only had 4 controls, including opening the boot and to check out the contents, but we made it in line and in time to board the ship.
Bonjour. Bonjour monsieur. Voilà. Merci. Merci.
Okay, d'accord, merci. Okay, well, here we go. Up and away. On to the UK. Well, we're in Dover, as you can see. I think it went fine. Fine in the sense with the car trip. Not fine is that I have an empty seat next to me. Mos is not joining me. She's sick at home. Hopefully she comes by train soon. Well, soon is either Monday, Tuesday. She can take the train out to Portsmouth, and then I could pick her up. So hopefully she can do that. And then she'll miss Beaulieu, but she'll be there for Goodwood at least. So that'll be good. Okay, let's go. Another 300 kilometers, and I am there. So I arrived at Moorlands in Bartley at 8 o'clock in the evening. We're on our way to Beaulieu, and it opens the fields, or the jumble opens at 9:30. It's taking you on a tour of the autojumble. It's my first time, never been there. I love being in England. It's beautiful here. Weather's great, so let us go. Well, we're getting close. We're on the estate. They have here roaming ponies and horses. We shall see how long this will take to get me to the parking spot. But it's early. It's 8 o'clock. The doors open at 8 o'clock, or the doors to the parking open at 8 o'clock. So we shall see. Yes, this is normal. Horses are on the road here. This is the park, or the estate, and they just roam freely. So we have to be careful. Here's a fall. And more horses. Well, I'm taken in the premium car park. So here's the car parked in the premium car park, and I forgot I did pay for this. So this wasn't given. This was something you pay for, and it was actually very nice and very close to the entrance to the auto jumble. So you're here next to the Beaulieu Auto Museum, and you're also very close to Bonhams. Bonhams has an auction there at the same time, and it was very early when I got there. Cars are still covered in dew, and I just went around looking at them when there was nobody yet there, or not many at least. So they had these beautiful special, at least I haven't seen this one before. It's a beautiful Alfa Romeo. I'm just gonna walk around and show you a lot of these cars. Prices were not that high. I found them somewhat disappointing. The auction was held in the afternoon, and I was there listening to some of the bidders, and indeed there as well, the actual price where cars were actually sold for were not that high. And then they had these wonderful project cars, all aluminum bodies. This was a Bentley, which had a wooden body made out of little slats. I guess this is done by someone, or maybe it was made by an official coach builder. So I'll stop talking the whole time, but This was another one, an Alvis that was really a great project car, and it was very interesting to see how they had lowered the car to the ground, not having the axle above the chassis, but just having the chassis make a loop over the rear axle, and that meant that the whole car was lowered to the ground and still had quite a bit of spring action possible because of the frame going in a hoop over the rear axle. Rear axle was at least the housing was out of aluminium. I guess all to do with weight reduction, but it was very well put together, great engineering. And if we wait, we should also see that the drive shaft also has to be able to move up and down. So here we see the opening in the frame again, where the drive axle can move up and down in between the passengers. And also they had a brake booster. I don't know if this is electrical or hydraulic or vacuum, but it's a brake. It's a power brake system that they put in. Great project car. Great patina on the seats. Yeah, just a wonderful car to have and to build on. So all of these older cars, they did not really have a high estimate on them. They were all between 10, 15,000, and for the really nice ones, the really interesting ones like the Bentleys, they went over 20 to 30. It was interesting to see that all the German cars did fetch, or at least the estimate was very high prices. The Mercedes was there and the Porsche was there, and they still hold a huge value. And on this foxhole we see a totally different braking system with two cables coming from a central point, pivot point, with another cable going to the pedal and operating the two front brakes at the same time. Fully aluminium. Completely wrapped. Just the size of these headlights is so impressive. What was good to see with this car, that it was being used, well, abused you could say. There was quite some rust on it, but a lot of dirt from the roads and the patina and the leather in the seats. This was the one that I liked probably the most. This was such an interesting car. A Rolls-Royce from 1928, and it had complete leather fenders. So front and back were fully leather. And I looked it up, and it was considered aesthetically more appeasing, and it was more luxurious. They had the same function: catch water, debris, sand, stones, keep it from the body, but leather. Yeah, I've never seen it before. Really good looking. The car was at 20 horsepower, so that surprised me somewhat. The Citroën B14 has a four-cylinder 22 horsepower, and then this Rolls-Royce, which is 2 years later, and then having an engine that only puts out 20 horsepower. You never are too old to learn. And then there was this beautiful Invicta car. I think it's a British brand as well, with some stress cracking on its fully aluminium body, with brass hinges on the doors and brass hinges on the hood. Really nice car, very well put together and engineered. And here the car had separate brakes, front brakes. So you had two cables, one cable going to the left and one cable going to the right front wheels. So safety first, have two cables, one can snap and you still have some front brakes left.
Yes. I always thought the old man from the road was nice. He's pretty impressive. Of course they are. They don't look right. It's like weekend work. When we had that, I chose Old Britain. Yeah. And it was beautiful. Yeah, one of those could be a bit tired. 3 litre, I suppose, is it?
And for those of you who don't know this Triumph, this is the back. The windshield that you see lying down can be moved up, and then the trunk opens and you have 2 extra seats in the back of the trunk with your own windshield. So it's really neat and beautifully done.
Yeah, you got the engine that way round. Are you going to the chassis? No, it's just mocking up. Yeah, that's hot. I think that's one of those early in the weekend. Surfing experience keeps them giving. Yeah, there's I got that. Yeah.
So at 9:30 exactly, we were led into the grounds, and there are so many stalls. I do not have a lot of footage of the different stalls because I was walking around with my head bent down, looking at everything that was on display. It's something that anyone who is into old cars should visit Beaulieu. It's an amazing place and really good prices as well. Of course, you have your expensive shops, but you have your buys of the day, as I would call them. So wonderful day, and in the end, I was happy and fulfilled to drive back home to my room, and first off stopped at the pub close by to have a beer and some food. So this was my small haul of the day, little hammer and some little trinkets. I love this little spark plugs and some gauges. So the next day was Sunday, and I did not plan to go, but Chris from Bracket Factory said I had to because they were going to start an incredible engine in that afternoon. So I went there anyway, and I wasn't sorry. I saw this beautiful Vauxhall, which had a complete, the set was gone, but the imprint was still there for a complete set of tools under or on the running boards. Very nice car, very nice project car. I don't know what the engine was, if that was a 4 or a 6 cylinder, but a very nice car indeed. So I had a whole day until 2 o'clock of finding more pieces, and I did find some more things to buy. But at 2 o'clock, I went over to just outside the autojumble on the grass. They had put this amazing car to start.
So it was an 8th drill down the middle, and then a high-speed burr, almost like a dentist, taking as much metal out as you can to keep the thread out. I think we saved, I'd say saved 90% of the thread. I think we heli coiled a few, not many. Yeah. You mean an invisibility? Front engine will eventually be. This has been rebuilt as a speed. It's actually not that bad. Powerboat in the harbour. The engine in
up into the corner of the workshop and then they sort of go in the car.
No, I'll leave them on.
You ready? He's ready? We're all ready. So in association with Bonhams Engineering, from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So this has been my visit to Beaulieu. It's been a wonderful weekend. I intended to go Saturday only, extended it to Sunday because of Chris from Bracket Factories told me that there was going to be a Sunbeam race car, or the first car that went over 200 miles per hour from 1918. They were going to start the first engine. The car has two engines and they had the first one ready. And they started it, so that's why I stayed, and that's where that footage is from. But again, Beaulieu will be definitely on my calendar for next year. I did a lot of small buys of some lights, some other fixtures, some brass items, all to do with the Citroen Speedster Special, whatever you want to call it. That will be when we start the build, probably in autumn, winter, we shall see. But thanks for watching, see you next time. Well, here are the treasures from the Sunday. So we have a gorgeous big headlight. Glass is missing, but that can be fixed. So that's one. In the early morning, I found another one. Also very nice. Here the glass is not missing. This one is even bigger. I'm guessing it's 8 inches across, 20 centimeters across, maybe even more. So it's a bit dented. Needs some work, but then again, I love the look of this thing. And then what else? We found another little brass pump that I can, I guess, fix. It's not working right now. We got some holder for thread cutters. This is a nice one. I don't have a nice one like that. And we have some handles. I got a, let me see, I got 2 door handles. Oops, 2 door handles and 2 outside door handles. I think they're either Morris or Austin. And the inside door handles, nice. I love the shape. So these four, £1 each. Sorry, £1 in total. These were 20p. This light was, now I've forgotten. This light was, I think it was also 15, and the other was £15 as well. So you can't go wrong with those prices. But indeed, you see at the same time you see these lights go for 30 and up, and not in such a different condition. It's just which store you're going to. So I think I've done well, and that's what it is. I'm gonna clean it up, open these hinges, trying to get bulbs in, fix them all up, and I'm very pleased with these. Boys, England is so beautiful. It's on these roads, these winding roads. Just keeping left is sometimes a little bit of a challenge, especially when you leave the pub. But so far so good. What a trip this has been already, and there is so much more to come. I love this country. And I say the country, but I mean the country and the people. So here I am in my Airbnb. I have space for a lot of people, but my daughter is not here yet. She will leave tomorrow for Brussels, from the Netherlands going to Brussels, and Brussels will take the Eurostar, and that will take her to London at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then hopefully she'll get the train to Southampton. Yeah, Southampton. And that will be an hour, and I'll pick her up from Southampton. And then she can travel for the rest of the vacation with me. So that would be really lovely. I just got back from Beaulieu. We're now making a cup of tea. And we're all good with this view and this landscape. It's a joy to be here.